Hi, Scorpio. This is your reading for March 2022. Just a few things before I get started. I do have a few new cases available in the Keys to Akasha section of my channel. If you have questions, comments, and or concerns regarding any of those cases, you can kindly comment below the readings, okay? If you do have inquiries about cases that you'd like to see me cover on my channel, you can comment on the most recent community posts that I have available. You can also directly message me on my IG at Amani Ife777. You can also send me an email to iavakasha108@gmail.com. Okay, Scorpio? All right, so now let's get started with your reading and see what energies are coming through for you. You know what's interesting? I'm getting a really interesting message. Like, I don't know if you're saying, it's like either you can live somewhere, you can't. It just depends on what's going on. So that could be for a number of reasons. It could be whatever the reason is. It could be infestation related. It could be noise related. It could be neighbor related. It just depends on what's going on with you. But I feel like that may be just for a percentage of you. But if you do like where you are, then that's okay. And then you may not have anything necessarily to worry about. But, in terms of paying things on time and things of that nature, you may want to keep a close eye on if that's something that you're dealing with. All right, but let's see what's coming through for you. All right, Scorpio. So the card you have underneath is the Three of Wands or Three of Virtue. You could be collabing with fire sign energy like Aries, Leos, and Sag elements as well. I'm getting this interesting vibe of like if you don't live with fire signs necessarily, then they may want you to live with them. I'm kind of getting that idea, like either for the first time or again. It just depends on who they are to you. So they could be family, they could be friends, they could be lovers, like they may either want to visit you or vice versa, or they want you to live with them vice versa. It just depends on what's going on. And I'm getting this idea of waiting for you to ask. So they could be waiting for you to ask them do you want to live with me? Or you're asking them, okay, they're asking you, do you want to live with me? Or they're going to get to that point. If they don't live with you, they're going to ask you. Or it could be work, or they be with me. I don't know. Let's be in a relationship. Or you are asking them the same thing. But you feel tempted to. You either don't want to but you're also tempted to. So there's a little bit of hesitation with someone there. But the Three of Wands also represents work. So it has to do, if it's not living, then it has something to do with work related things. Like, do you want to work together on this situation? I'm getting an idea of time off. So working together on a situation would mean that you spent some time away from a very important situation that you have with the fire signs, vice versa. So it just depends. And that could also be why, if you took some intentional time off, that could be why they feel the need to reconnect with you and ask you, do you want to work on this, or do you want to live together? Maybe if we live together, it can work out. It just depends on what's going on. I'm getting an idea of kids too, or like starting a family with them, and that may be something that you want to look into, or that's something that you could already be doing. You may have already started a family with them. It just depends on what's going on. Or that's in the future. The Ace of Wands energy is the starting point. So the Ace of Wands would be a creative venture that you want to embark on with the fire signs, vice versa. and they're not sure about a situation. So if you're the one initiating the ideas in terms of them living or working with you, starting a family with them, vice versa, they're really not sure is the energy that I get. But it proves to be successful with the ace. So I see aces to be really successful because it's new energy, or it's energy that if it's not new, then it's energy that's revisited with the Ace of Wands. All right, so the Ace of Wands is it going to work? Are we going to live together? Are we going to have a family? What is the deal with our communication with the Ace of Wands in the starting point? All right, that's why that's there. And then the waiting position has the Four of Wands. There's a lot of fire. There is a lot of fire here that is coming through. Lots of fire. Okay. I'm getting this energy of like moving across. You could be moving across, whatever that means. Moving, typically when people say moving across, it could be moving across the country, or it may feel that way to you. You may move across the country to connect with someone, or like they're moving across the country to connect with you, right? I get a couple of miles. So there's a couple of miles that you and them may be traveling to reach the other. The four could also represent any date that has a four in it. So we passed March 4th, so March 14th, or March 14th, March 24th might be an important day. That may be when I get a surprise visit when I hit that note. So someone is going to pay you. It could have been the 4th. It could be the 14th. It could be the 24th. Someone's going to pay you a surprise visit. If I look at these two cards, they make the number 14. They make the number 14 because the ace is 1 and the Four of Wands is 4. So the 14th may literally just be an important day. That may be when someone pops up out of nowhere. There could be this idea of a proposal as well. You may get proposed to, like a legitimate proposal from a fire sign. You may experience that, which will probably be good. But I get nervousness. There's nervousness with somebody proposing. Could be like a marriage proposal where they give you a ring. You give them a ring. It just depends on what's going on, whether you're a man or a woman or them. So that's why they're traveling. This could be like a long distance lover that you are finally going to be seeing in person, or this is someone that you've been dealing with that you don't see, I get it, as often as you should. There's someone that you are connected to that you don't see as often as you should, or that's their thought about you. All right, if it's not anything like that, that's could be resonating with a small percentage of you. If it's not anything like that, then the proposal idea, I almost said wanted to say idea, but ID may be important. Something's going on here with IDs. Some type of ID. An ID is really important. Something is also unofficial. Either it's official or it's unofficial. So some type of identification or something being unofficial or official is important to why somebody is traveling to you, vice versa. So it could be family, like I said, it could be lovers, could be a long distance lover that wants to tie the knot with you, vice versa. But something is unofficial, like you may want to make some, vice versa. You may want to make something official with them, or they do. Making something official with them would mean that they travel towards you, vice versa. Something being unofficial would mean that I get formulated a relationship online. You could have formulated a relationship with someone online. You formulated a relationship with them online. For some of you, you did something like that, or you formulated a relationship of some type of what do you call it? It can be like a blind date and things of that nature. What do you call it? It could be unprecedented times. I don't know, that you formulated some type of. I'm getting the word unprecedented for some reason. Unprecedented. That's another important word to the situation. Like you may have formulated a relationship under some type of really interesting circumstance. you formulate it. So either it's like online, or it's during a time where I get need money. It's also during a time where you need some type of money, or they do, okay? The person has the Empress. So the Empress, you could be embodying, you could be a mother if you're a female, or something's going on with your mother, or you're dealing with a Libra, or you could be dealing with a Libra and an Aries that's a woman, and something's going on with them. If it's not an Aries or a Libra that's a woman, then it's a mother, like a mother, any sign, that's a mom, and something's going on with a mother or a mother figure in your life, or you. It just depends. So what's going on? I get traveling to see them. You may travel to see them, vice versa. And then, but through you traveling to see them, they need something from you. They need something from you. I don't know if it's a document, or you may need some type of document. So like I said, if it's not love related and proposal related and things of that nature, or something being unofficial and official, I get a marriage document. So when I said unofficial and official, something's going on with a marriage document that you were given or you were issued. And something may be unofficial about a marriage document that you have, or I get trying to obtain. You may be trying to obtain a marriage document, or the fire sign external is trying to obtain that. Or this Empress energy may be trying to obtain that from you. Or I get help elsewhere. They may get help elsewhere to obtain some type of document that something about the document has something to do with you, or your signature could be on it. I was getting IDs. Your ID could be on it as well, pertaining to this Empress energy. Or they have an official copy. They have an official copy of like a marriage document, some type of document. If it's not a marriage document necessarily, then it's some type of document that has your ID, your picture, something is copied onto the document, and they have a copy of it, or they have an official copy of that. So if it's not like a marriage, or if it's not like a relationship, then it's a document that they received, or keep looking out for. They keep looking out for, or you keep looking out for. But it pertains to the document being official or unofficial, with the Four of Wands, Ace of Wands, with the Empress. So either you know that they received that kind of communication, or you communicate that kind of information to them, with them, for them, in regards to yourself or something that you need. So before I move any further, what this seems like to me, I get a mother. I keep getting this idea of a mom. If your mother is living, I mean, so you know, I don't know how many mothers that like your mom is living, she's living, or she could have crossed over. But there's a situation where if your mother is living, something's going on with your mother's, like, okay, oh my goodness. It always starts off really light and then it goes really deep. All right. So if your mother is living, something may be going on with your mother's, so some type of certificate that belongs to your mother. So it could be like, I don't know, if your mother is not living, something could be going on with a mother figure's death certificate, or something. I'm feeling that too. Something's also going on. If your mother is living, something's going on with your mother. If your mother is living and she's married or was married, something is going on with your mother's marriage certificate, if that makes any sense. And something's going on with the marriage certificate either being official or unofficial, right? So if it's not your mother, then something is going on with you. If you are a woman, something is going on, whether you're a man or a woman, something's going on with a mother, your biological mother in that. If you are a woman and you're embodying Empress, something is going on with a marriage certificate being unofficial or official, or a relationship being unofficial or official, and somebody having copies of that is yours, right? For some reason. Maybe somebody is able to get some type of benefit with that, if that makes any sense. Or the Empress energy external, Libra, Aries, they have that is yours, or something is going on with theirs. and there needs to, you may need to talk to them about that, if that makes any sense. But what's important about the situation is that there's some type of ID, either it's yours or theirs, that is on it, or they have it that is yours, the official one, and yours stuff is not on it. So if it's on a marriage document, it's just a document in general that someone needs. You need it, Empress needs it, your mother needs it, somebody needs something along those lines. Or if the mother is deceased, something's going on there, a document that belonged to a deceased mother, somebody needs, you need, or this person need. But the idea of it is to travel. Somebody's traveling to you to obtain that. So if it's not marriage and relationship from the beginning, then it's a document someone needs to get. I get a divorce done. Someone needs to do that in order to get a divorce done or finalized for one situation, right? Could be job related. Somebody needs some type of document to divorce themselves from a job, if you want to look at it metaphorically, or it's an actual divorce that you need to do, Empress need to do, someone needs to do, and somebody may want to be with you, but they can't, or you can't, without some type of document. Or if the document isn't signed, something can't process properly. Or if you have an unofficial document of something, you can't get the job, you can't marry that person, you can't move and live somewhere else, you can't do certain things without the document, or they can't, okay? So it could be related to a job, some type of proposal, some type of love proposal, but the love proposal has something to do with documentation. Like whether that's with a ring proposal or like regular proposal, okay? The Ace of Swords is in the future. And then the Instincts has the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords would be defeat. So it resides with a Libra. That's the only air sign that is there. You could have air in your chart. Something may be deceptive about a Libra or Empress period. Something may be deceptive about them. The deception is coming from a document that you probably been looking for, that they've had the whole time, if that's the case. Someone probably had a document the whole time and they didn't give you. So it could be their document, or it's your document. I got a hold of. It's your document that they managed to get a hold of somehow. So the Empress could be a boss. This could be happening in a workplace environment. And I don't understand why they need. So if it's happening in a workplace environment, you don't understand why this person needs that. Why does she need that? Somebody may have, I also get a psychological issue. I'm looking at the Empress energy, and the Empress may have a psychological issue. That's why the Five of Swords is in the Instinct. They have a psychological issue. The psychological issue has something to do with a document that they are not giving up. There's a document that they have that is yours, that they are refusing to give the document up for some reason. But it's not theirs, but it's yours. But them not wanting to give it up implies they have something psychological that is going on with them. It could be possessiveness that is going on with them. They may have childhood issues. They could have regression from childhood. Like they have a really deep rooted problem that maybe people don't see. That may be something that you see about them. That could be something that you see about them. But something they may not, something that they have going on may be underdiagnosed with the Empress. It may be underdiagnosed. Five of Swords and the Instinct, right? But I get how to confront. So I'm looking at the Empress, how to confront this person, how to confront them about a document that they have that has your identification on it, or it could be if you're married, something's going on with yours. Okay, if you are a married person, something is going on with your marriage document. If you're a married person. If you're not a married person, something's going on with a relationship that you are trying to formulate, right? But they may infiltrate that. I don't know. Something's going on. I get know the guy you're into. So they know if you're a woman, if you're a woman and you're dating or you're married to someone, they know the man They know the guy personally that you are into or that's into you if you're a woman. If you're a man, they may know, if you're a man, you could be in a same-sex situation. They may know the dude you're into. If you're a man, they may know the guy you're into. I mean, yeah, I said it already. They may know the woman that likes you or that you're into, or they're trying to obtain something from that person. It could be knowledge, or they may want documents from that person too. What the hell is going on? You know, Five of Swords with the instincts. The Five of Swords, know that about them. The Five of Swords is that you know that about them. You know that about them. And it's strange. The Swords is with the mental health. You may be questioning their mental health. You're questioning their mental health, okay? The accomplishment has the High Priestess. So the High Priestess would be the intuition that you're using about something that someone wants to do with you. Whether it's the guy that is, whether you're a woman and there's a dude that you are either married to, or you're dating the person, or you're trying to make some type of unofficial relationship official, and somebody is in between that, because it has something to do with some type of document. The document isn't in the way of something progressing. It is or it is not. It just depends on what's going on. Or the fact that someone has it is causing problems. The fact that someone has it, whatever it is, related to work, related to love, related to a proposal, whatever the situation. But the situation is that for some of you, someone that you are into, I get a hookup too. Someone you're into may be a hookup. So the hookup could be a hookup that you're aware of, or the hookup is from a person that may have a document that is yours, that you either know or you don't know that they have the document, but they found someone to hook up with you, if that makes any sense. Right? That could be where the speculation is coming from. That's why the Five of Swords is in the instinct, because you High Priestess with the Ace of Wands, that could be what you're thinking when you're thinking of someone traveling towards you to propose something to you. Someone could be proposing an idea to be together with you online, but they get a contract. Like somebody's doing that with you because there's a contract behind that you're unaware of, or you're becoming aware of. For some, that may not be the case all the time, right? Someone's contractual about somebody's liking for you, okay? The Prince of Discs, the date trader, is in the spiritual self. So the Prince of Discs is in your spiritual self. So you could be embodying that. You may be thinking that, I don't need help. You could be thinking that you don't need help. It's a Prince of Discs. So it could be financially you thinking that you don't. Or there may be a little bit of delusion thinking that you either don't or you do. I don't know. There could be a delusional thought process with someone thinking that they don't need help with money, or they do. They either do or they don't need help with money. They do or they don't need help with some type of money. So that could be the Empress. I don't know. That could be the Prince of Discs. If it's not you are embodying, that could be the Prince of Discs, where the Prince of Discs may either need help with money or they don't. Right? They need it or they don't need help with money. Okay. I also get like a financial advisor. They could be a financial advisor that you're communicating with, or they come off that way to you all the time. Someone may come off as a financial advisor. Someone that likes you. It's right next to the Four of Wands. So that would be someone that you work with, someone that you live with, someone that's traveling towards you they want to propose something to you. If it's not a fire sign that's doing that, then the Prince of Discs could be like a friend, someone that you're into, vice versa, that, they have all these good ideas. But I get motive. They have good ideas, but they also have a motive. I don't know if you have a motive with this person. That could be a possibility. You have a motive with them and they don't know, or they have a motive with you and you don't know. There's an interesting motive there that somebody has. Okay? The mentality has art, sign of Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Sag as well, but there's a little bit of, there may be betrayal with the Sag element. There's betrayal with a Sag. The Sag may deal with the Empress, a Libra, or an Aries woman, or your mother, if your mother is living. Or they infiltrated, if your mother is not living, whether your mother's living or, your mother's living or she's not. A partner that you have could have infiltrated her information. A partner that you have may have infiltrated her information. Or if this is just someone, if this person is not related to you, the Empress deals with the Sag and they just infiltrated a bond. They're trying to infiltrate a bond that you're formulating with someone. But then on the flip side, the bond, I get premeditated. The bond they premeditated. The bond they premeditated the bond. And then some aspect of the bond is for some aspect of the bond is contractual. So that could be with a Sag, that could be with the Empress. Prince of Disc. Documents. Somebody having your mother, somebody finding out something about what your mother, I get SSI, somebody finding out about if your mother's living. I mean, whether your mother's living or not, there's SSI benefits that your mother was given or your mother has that a partner wants. A partner is trying to get to. Or something's going on with the Prince of Discs and that, and the Empress and that, the Sag. What's changing is the Queen of Wands energy. So the Queen of Wands would be the fire sign woman, and Aries, Leo, Sag, that's a female. They're in the changing position. Right? They're in a changing position. I get worried. You could be worried about them or they're worried about you. They could be worried about you or you're worried about them for some reason. You may be worried about what they're doing. You're worried about what they're doing. Something that they're doing is something that they're doing. I also get envy. Something that they're doing implies that they may be envious of you, or I don't know. They may be envious of someone around you. There's envy. Like you're worried. Like, okay, what's worrying, I was getting a psychological situation. What's worrying you about them is that they, like, something is going on with their mind, and something going on with their mind is worrying you. Because there's a behavior that they're exhibiting that is, I keep getting this idea of underdiagnosed. Some type of behavior that someone is exhibiting, there is underdiagnosed, which means that, like, some type of behavior that they're exhibiting, I think it's funny. People think that it's funny. Some type of behavior that they're exhibiting, somebody thinks it's funny, but it's not funny. Or they think it's cool, or they think what's another situation? They think it's cool. They think it's normal, but they have an issue but it's underdiagnosed. Some type of behavior, it has something to do with it either has something to do with how they ask for things, or it's a behavior that they exhibit that needs to be diagnosed, a behavior that they exhibit, if that makes any sense, okay? But the behavior is worrying. The Five of Swords is there. The behavior may worry you because it's like, because the behavior is undiagnosed, I get extreme. The behavior that they have is undiagnosed, but it's something that's extreme about the behavior. Something may be extreme about the behavior because they may be interfering with something, or I don't know, something's weird about that. The resolution has the universe going towards the Ace of Sword energy. So the universe would be, something cyclical, typically like a cyclical thing, a cyclical situation that you keep going through. It could be with the Prince of Disc, something may be cyclical with them. Something may be going on with their parent as well. Like I'm looking at the Prince of Disc. Something is going on with the Prince of Disc energy, their parents or their parent, their mother, whether their mother's living or the mother or the parent, whether the parents are living or they're not living. That may have something to do with the way somebody moves through life, whether they have parents or not. And that may be a perspective that you have about a situation. Something you may deem something to be easily done because someone does not have parents or they do have parents. It has something to do with the way somebody was brought up. The Ace of Swords, that's what I was getting, that childhood vibe with the Queen of Wands, the Empress, possibly you, Prince of Discs. The way either you're choosing to do something specific or the way a Prince of Discs, I get behave. The way a Prince of Discs behaves. Something's going on with that. The Queen of Wands, what's going on with her? Something that she does. It has something to do with upbringing and action and thought and whatever. Something, I don't know. Something's interesting. The Ace of Swords is in the future. So that's an idea that you have about a situation with the universe. So the idea may have something to do with the Sag. The Sag may need help as well too. There's a lot of people that need help in the situation, but they don't see that they need some type of help. Whatever, it could be mental help or some type of some type of help in that in the area. Some type of help. It's how someone is handling things and or why they need something specific. Or, I also get thirsty for business. Someone may be thirsty for business, but their thirstiness for business comes off as strange to you. That's why the High Priestess is there. With the Ace of Wands, somebody proposing something to you, somebody traveling to you from the beginning, they're thirsty, but something is strange about the thirstiness, okay? Something is strange about the thirstiness. Or some other type, or somebody having some type of document and they don't want to give up the document and it's not their document or it's not their ID. That's weird. Like that, something is wrong with the person. All right, let me do an outcome. Okay, the King of Wands is here. So King of Wands is showing up a lot. So that could be a fire sign that's a man. Let me do another outcome. And then the Two of Swords. So there's a decision that you need to make about a fire sign male. I get who they're involved with. The decision of surrounding the fire sign male, it has something to do with who you're going to find out that they're involved with. Why they're involved with the person. That's a decision. So there's a Sag there. The question you have about a Sag, the questions you have about Queen of Wands, the Empress, Prince of Discs, they are involved with them. Or you're involved with them and I get cut off. You're involved with them and you need to cut them off, or you're contemplating cutting them off. Keeping them in your life or cutting them off after you realize who they've been dealing with or who they were sent. Somebody was sent to you to obtain some type of information. Or I distract. Somebody was sent to you to distract you. And you know that if I was Swords, it could have been a Sag that sent somebody to distract you from a situation. Keep you occupied. Right? So people are here too because of that as well. Keeping you occupied. Somebody, that's one element about it. But that's why I said there's a contract behind somebody being into you. And there's another situation of somebody legitimately trying to do that, but it's like you can't depart from someone else, or they can't without a divorce, like a legal one, or they need to leave someone. And it is a situation where you can't or someone can't because of some type of document or a woman being in the way. That's what the Queen of Wands is changing. A mother being in the way. I don't know. Something, or somebody needs something that belongs to a deceased mother or a living one. or that's the reason why somebody wants a connection. That could be the reason why you want a connection with somebody. It just depends on what's going on. All right. So let me know how it resonates, Scorpio. Be well. Take care. Bye.